3 weeks to finish finding our locations, finish finding our funding, finish planning, permits, insurance, finish the casting. So it's a lot going on, but Julianna and Dimitri and I are here today, and here we go. Last 3 days kind of started by looking at what do I have right in front of me. Lots of lists, lots of research, talking to friends who had been undercover police officers, talking to a friend who's a marriage counselor, and just kind of taking all these pieces. At the end of it, we had a script that was very similar to what we ended up shooting.
When I first read the script for Last 3 Days, I was immediately hooked. I could see the whole film, the way it was playing out. I fell in love with the characters, and I just knew I had to be a part of it.
It goes wham, wham.
Yeah.
And by that point, John's gun's out, but wham,
Yeah,
in the
it's
face, John falls.
Brian and I talked a lot about some colors we wanted to play with. So the film starts off a lot warmer, and as it goes, it gets cooler as things kind of get, more mysterious and a little bit more hectic. And so we wanted that to kind of be visual as well as thematic. Brian, he was so great to collaborate with on this film. He had a really, really clear vision, which just helped me do my job even better.
A lot of people do storyboarding. I'm a terrible artist, so I did what I called story building. I have a massive Lego collection, and I shot probably about 70% of the film in photographs with these Lego figures. When you're in the thick of it and you've got to shoot 8 pages in a day, you don't have time to just kind of scratch your head and be like, well, I don't know what angle I want to get now. And that was something we had to do all in pre-production.
So then we have library, then we cut to, this is the Jack pulling up in front of their house.
Even though we only had 11 days, we put in the work in those days to make it all fall into place.
When it came to scheduling Last 3 Days, there was a lot of hurdles we had to overcome. We did 17 locations in a 21-day shoot. Not to mention it was an action film.
And so it was a pretty sizable production for an ultra-low budget.
Moves to the day that was 76?
Correct. So this is the montage, right?
Yes, okay.
So we're gonna bring it back earlier.
Day 1, it starts. Here comes the crew.
It was an amazing, amazing experience, but it definitely tested all of us. It took, the whole team really coming together and just getting it done.
We're on day 4 of Last 3 Days here at the Tranquility Lounge. And yeah, yesterday was awesome. It's gonna be another good day.
Brian and I also talked about it having a somewhat noir feel to it, so we wanted to play a lot with shadows and light. Because of that, we were constantly doing pretty big setups. We were running around like crazy on that shoot.
Here we go, we're on set, day 7. Smaller route. There's Chris. Forrest. Lighting bounce. Here's cleaning up home base with Demetrius. Move around here. Hair and makeup. Rob.
He likes what this has been giving us. We've been as far as not even just continuity, but just like the same look.
Here's Livia.
Right? In here?
Julianna was almost like the compass of the film, constantly guiding it north and making sure we were staying on track. In the back of Ronan's car, directing from the back. There's Julie. She doesn't know I'm filming this. Just amazing working with your best friends and working with someone who is completely capable of just absolutely anything that this movie would throw at her. And myself and her and our cinematographer, Chris, we lived together in the same 1-bedroom apartment for the full month. Every single moment was talking about how can we make this movie as good as it can be.
After filming every day, Brian and Julie and I would then go back home and we would spend the next 4 hours going through and deciding what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, what we needed to make sure that we could do it. A lot of us were working, 12, 13-hour days. Brian, Julie, and I were easily doing 16, 17-hour days.
I've been involved with studio films for a long time, and this is as professional as it got.
This was a very young crew, but they had ambition, they had professionalism, they were organized, and this was a logistically complex movie. Everything that goes into an action scene, you didn't have any weak links. The rehearsal was strong, the fight choreo was strong, the script was strong, the fight choreo was in the script.
This is day 10 on last 3 days, getting ready to shoot a fight scene with the car back there. Action!
I hadn't actually been in an action film like that in a while, so it was kind of fun to really kind of take it on. And working with Brian was just, it was cool. He let us kind of experiment and play around, and car chases and fights. That's fun stuff.
Because you're riding the edge of the table over. Day 18, last 3 days. We're downtown. This is day 19 on last 3 days. This is our first night shoot. It is about 1:25 a.m. We're here at the Robinson house. We're almost there. It's the first day of the last 3 days of the last 3 days. I'm just sitting here in the corner enjoying a cup of coffee. It's not actually Starbucks.
I think a big priority too is taking care of your people on set, and whatever it is, they need to keep them going so that they have the energy to be able to do their job well. Even on a low budget, it feels like, well, I don't have that much to give. But if you have that little bit, that can take things the extra mile.
With this film, it was important not to cut corners and to really do everything to our absolute best.
This group of people, you know, it was one of their first big projects. Everybody really, really wanted to make this project work.
Over the weekend, because we were already reviewing all the footage, making sure we got everything, I would edit together highlight reels every single week of what we did. And first thing Monday morning, when all the crew came together and we had our safety meeting, I'd pull up those highlight reels and play them for the whole crew. That would just get everyone amped up. It really helped all the crew be really excited about what they're doing and just come together and give it their all. Last day on last 3 days. Sun's going down. Got a full night. And it's Hawaiian Friday. Everyone's wearing Hawaiian shirts. It's really cool. Mine's subtle, but it's there. Here we go. Hot off the press. Last one. Annalise.
Okay. Oh.
All right, time to go shoot.
Working on this film with this group of people was truly one of the best experiences that I've had on a set. Everybody just wanted to come together and make the best project possible, and I think that that's why we were able to get it done in a short amount of time.
2 more shots. Last 3 days. Action. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on last 3 days.
Just watching people watch your film, watch your hard work, watch that collaboration, and enjoy it and connect with it is just an amazing feeling.
That's something so wonderful also that comes from indie film, because it allows that experience to develop as an entire creative team. I know that Brian is going to continue to rely on his team in order to make the product the best that it possibly can.
It's just the passion and the drive and the camaraderie that these guys have. If you're going to support something, that's what you should support. These are mom and pop productions. You know, people living in 1-bedroom apartments, you know, just typewriting away, you know, and just hustling and just saying, I'm not going to take no for an answer. That is inspiring in itself. I encourage more people to, first of all, make their film and just do it. Just, even though it's hard, just keep pounding away. And when you find those right people, you hold on to them and you take care of them. And people, I think, on this film, they kind of did.
The sun rises on the end of shooting last 3 days.
That's a wrap. Got our last shot. Finished our first feature. Well, the premiere. Then it'll be finished.
Yeah, we finished principal photography of our first feature film. This is Brian and Julianna Ulrich, and we are out.